Very good everybody, welcome to another video. I'm your personal funky sim pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko and I will be your captain for today's flight. Today's flight will take us again on a trip with the Fenix A320, the Fenix Airbus A320. Fenix simulations, go check it out, the link is in the description below as always. And we'll be flight from Brussels to Dublin. Brussels, Belgium to Dublin in Ireland. And we're doing real world time and real world weather. TEWXI, the Airsoft Simple Traffic Tool. And we're looking at about a flight time of about 1 hour 20 minutes or so. We're parked here at the gate. The ground power unit is connected and we have the jetway connected as well. So let's just hop on in and see if we can do another decent landing in this aircraft. So let's turn on the batteries. External power, low oxygen supply and ground control, and we turn on probes and then logo lights and whoops. So we are on the emergency exit lights. And very important, the aiders, so the aircraft knows where it is in the world. So these systems are now booting. We'll just let it boot. And we got the flight plan in here. So I guess we can just start mass and balance, which is loading up the aircraft. So we're using GSX boarding only. And then the fuel will just do that instantly. Alright, so let's have a look.
Boarding requested.
Pilot brief, and then we have summary and fuel. So cost index 8, cruising 380, and the fuel will be 6.3, so 6,316 kilograms of fuel. Final reserves, 2,166. Let's say 2.2 and then 6.3 on our block fuel. Routing and impact. We're departing from runway 07 left. We got the DENUT 3 Tango departure. That's taking us across a bunch of waypoints. And then we got a direct to 10 left. Let's have a look at runway 10 left. I do believe they all have ILS there, but can never be too sure. So let's just check it out and then we'll know for certain. So approach 10 left, that has an ILS, so that's always nice. Okay. So has the boarding started now? Looks like it. Not quite sure, I am guessing so, alright. Well, we got our own thing to do. Let's turn on some lights here on the flight deck. It's getting, the sun is setting. We'll set up everything here.
Passengers boarding starting.
ATSU, AOC menu. I quickly do a little sound check. Sounds like a parrot with a hit single on the charts. Alright, so flight init, that will get our basically our basic flight information. So the flight number, departure destination, alternate, and our estimated time en route. That's the current date and the current UTC time. Right, so we got that all in. Estimated time en route, 1 hour 22 minutes. Data, we're just going to skip, well, we can have a quick look at its aircraft status. So we got the CFM engines, A320-200. We got the correct RX cycle. That's all we'll take away from this for now. So in its page, so we request our flight information here as well. So we should get our, actually we do our cost index ourselves, I believe. Airbus, Fenix Airbus. Right, so our flight number, that would be EIN, I believe, right? Hopefully I'm not being totally stupid here. EIN 812. So the cost index was 8 and then 380 for our cruising altitude. The cost index 8 and then cruising 380. Let's get some winds as well. Wind request. This is climb wind.
Good evening.
So next phase, maybe we can also get descent wind. Looks like we have everything here. I'm guessing it just downloads all the winds in one go. Let's just go return. We can do this during charge, during cruise as well, I guess. So then for the flight plan, we got our flight plan in here. So we could already see that we'll be departing, oh, I forgot, 07. Left, DENUT 3, tank. 07 left, DENUT 3 Tango. We insert, and that is in. And then Dublin. Arrival would be basically direct to ILS 10 left. We'll have another look. It's a direct to ABLIN. I'm not sure if we get like a transition or something, maybe. No, there's none, so we'll just enter ILS 10 left, and that's it. That's the end of that. So our route, basic route is in. So we'll see how this ABLIN to Stubov will work out for us. We'll look at that once we're flying. On the NSB page, I do not believe, well, we can set some values here, I guess. So let's go here to the ATSU menu and AOC. And then down here we have received messages, and we should have our load sheet from the company. So let's look at that. Preliminary load sheet, so this is not the actual numbers yet. 20 fuel weight 57. This is always a little bit fuzzy for me. So 57.0.
Good evening.
So thinking the preliminary load sheet. So I think 29.1 we can put in here. That's not 2.1 but 29.1. The block fuel was 6.4 I believe. Let's get back to the OP. 6.4 I think we can put that in. So we do have the fuel on board now. Turn on the no smoking sign and the seatbelt sign as well. So the performance page, go back to the calculator and let's see what that's going to give us. So for now, sync, we got this sync of live weather, calculate.
Good evening.
It is calculating, let's play something. Let's just send to MCDO. So we have V1 149, rotate 149, V2 151, transition altitude 4,500 feet. Thrust reduction and acceleration altitude 1630, so we should be sitting here at 130 feet above sea level. Flap 1 takeoff and flex takeoff temperature is 68 degrees. So 4,500, let's have a look at the departure. 4,500, that is correct. Let's have a look at the flight plan then, or the departure route basically. So 07 left, LSIC, that must be above 700 feet. We'll take a left turn and we'll have the left one of these options here. It's taking us straight to DENUT. It's very simple. Alright, so we got it. Sent it to the MCDU as well. So this should all be filled out. 149, 149, 151, 4,500. Flex takeoff temperature 68. Flaps 1, so that's all in there. So I guess that bit has been completed. The aircraft is still trying to find its location. So we're just going to have to wait for that. So it's a non-predicted wind shear. Now let's set up the radio panels. Come on, man, don't give me the stupid arrows, just give me the fucking pointer, thank you. The intake lights. One of my favorites. 3121, go to auto, and we'll leave it at standby, the TCAS here for now. We got the squawk code in as well.
Good evening.
We're pretty much set up here. The altitude in the window, we'll just put in flight of 380, which will be our cruising altitude for today's flight. We just put that in. Whoops, let's not overshoot that. So 380.
Welcome on board.
We'll do a little weather check. So here it already we can see 1024. Let's go Fenix and my flight.
May I see your boarding pass?
So this was issued 1750. That's still current, so 050 at 4 knots. There's not a lot of wind. Cab OK is 14 degrees. QNH 1024. So let's just press the D button, and then we got 1024 in both of the boxes. So a lot better. So right, turn those on. And the flight control left side 6 fault, calibrate null zones. I believe that has something to do with flight controller. I'm just going to ignore it. So the fuel is on board. So there's our passengers. So you got a new suit, man. Looking very nice. Look at you. You're a little ladies, man, huh? Look at you. We're parked next to a Lufthansa Airbus A380. This is one of the big girls. No offense, but not body shaming any type of aircraft or other transportation vehicle whatsoever. So, as I also have the fly-by-wire A380, I wonder if I would have loaded it in, because I do not load all my aircraft in, but I use what's it called, the add-ons linker tool. Absolutely gorgeous piece of programming. It's such a nice tool. Yeah, so if I would have loaded in, I would think it would not have that pointy nose. Maybe I'll try it one day just to see, just to check it out, because I never really did. Would be nice, you know, if the aircraft that are in your simulator look a little bit better than the stock aircraft generated by Microsoft Flight Simulator. And something interesting about this livery, you may have noticed, but I totally forgot to mention. So we're using the Lingus livery. But this is like, as you can see, probably doesn't need pointing out by me, but as you can see, this is the like a vintage style livery. And yeah, I figured I downloaded it some time ago and actually installed it. It comes with the livery installer when you purchase the Fenix A320. But yeah, so this is one of the liveries, and it just looks gorgeous. I just totally love it. This old school style. It looks like it was designed like before actually the Airbus A320 was ever a concept in anyone's brain. But I really like these old school style liveries a lot. So real time, real world weather. So we're now at Brussels Airport in Belgium. There's some Brussels Airlines as well here. So the sun has basically just escaped us. Look at that. It's going right now. So until tomorrow, sun, thank you for all the energy. So we'll definitely be looking at a nighttime landing again at Dublin Airport. Right, so let's get back inside and just check GSX, see what's going on. So 131, so we're almost finished. What I will do, since we're almost finished, let's start turn on the beacon light, because we'll start our engine soon. Turn on the master switch and wait a couple of seconds and then start. This will start up the APU. So for our pushback, because the moment I turn on, I don't know what the trigger is exactly, but at some point we will just be starting to push back because it's governed by GSX. So we're here, boarding completed. So runway 07 left, this one here. So basically for taxiing we'll push back nose to the left and then we'll get out onto Sierra, Mike, and I guess we'll take the inner one here, inner 5 to 3, we'll just keep on going. Or is it out? I'm guessing it's out because we're going out, I guess. Yeah, so let's do that. So basically for now we push back nose to the left. That's what I want to take from this. Okay, so the APU starting up. Now let's open up our fuel pumps. We will be needing them. The beacon's already on. The passenger signs are on as well. And there's the departure clearance requested. So they're just forcing us away from the gate here now. I'm guessing it's an interesting thing, an interesting feature.
Hello Captain, we are ready for pushback.
Okay, copy that. Oh, actually, so are we.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pas incertain.
Lock the flight deck door. Reset the rudder. Now let's quickly check before we start the engines. We accept this one, and now let's go return. We should have a final load sheet now. So zero fuel weight 57.1. Let's get back to the ENIT B page for 57.1. And let's also look here. Ground service, no. Leave a check, departure curve. 29.1. So that is nose to the right, no, nose to the left. Let me just double check here. Yeah, nose to the left. Nose left to right. We'll wait with that a little bit. So 29.1. That's still there. Block fuel, that hasn't changed. So I don't think a lot of change still. So just changing that. 57.1. And for the first page, 149, 149, 1.1. Have a look at that as well. So sync load sheet, final load sheet, sync the weather, calculate, giving us the exact same information, so that's okay. Send to the MCDO, well, we don't really need what we just did. So nose to the left, tail to the right.
Release parking brake.
Parking brake release.
Starting push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Alright, so we can start our engines now. So starting engine number 2. Actually, we should start engine number 1. There was an Airbus SOP update. I'm curious if we go sit in the back now. At some point you might hear the power transfer unit. That would actually be interesting. I must say, it doesn't sound like the engines are starting. And I think I understand why now. Because I just stand by getting the wrong buttons here. There you go. We did not turn on the APU bleed. So let's stop the engine for trying here for a bit, so it won't go totally berserk. So I'm not sure if we're allowed to do this, but let's just do it. APU bleed on. You know, let's just try engine number 2 again.
Please set parking brakes.
So engine 2 is coming.
Waiting
Parking
new
brakes,
confirmation fort à good engine start.
Ladies and gentlemen, please observe the cabin crew member closest to you as we are about to demonstrate the safety features of our Airbus A320 aircraft. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our Airbus A320. Please signs and crew instructions including the following safety procedures. The safety card found in your seat pocket contains important information about exit routes.
Well, let's forget about the chronometer. Engine 1 available, engine 2. Now we start up engine number 1.
You are now pointing out the exits nearest to you.
Yeah, I
Please
think
be
that was
aware
sound.
that your nearest usable exit may be behind you. Emergency lighting will guide you to an exit. In an emergency, leave all baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened whenever the seatbelt signs are on.
So I get back to the flight deck now. So the ground crew is now waiting for us to confirm landing engines. You know what? Well, let's just wait until they have actually started. Okay. They'll confirm the engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Right, so we'll arm the ground spoilers. We set the flaps to 1. And our speed brake go to max for takeoff. No, we saw you.
No truck disconnected. Bypass power. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Alright. We should be ready to get out of here, so we'll taxi out straight. We'll take a left turn that will take us onto Mike, and then we'll take the last one to the left, and then we're on the outer ring basically. Just keep on going, and we just get onto the runway there. It's a very simple taxi route. Check, confirm. Thank you. Okay, so we're good to go. Looking at the Boeing place, so I was in the wrong place there, so turn off the dome lights, turn on my turn-off lights and the nozzle steering lights. So the engines are on, so we can turn off the APU and the APU bleed. So we now have the packs Parking brake released. And let's go to Dublin. This looks so close. But then again, it's a very big aircraft, the A320. But it will not help if we do stay to the right side of the yellow line. So this is Brussels by night. Let's look at it like this. So we'll take a left here on this line. Not too far, please. That's the Fenix, tends to sort of oversteer. It's a little bit of a weird thing, but probably it's just way more like the real deal, because it's a very, it's said to be a very, very accurate simulation of the Airbus A320. Now that we're taxiing out, we could maybe do the flight controls check. Here we go, full up, neutral, and there we go, full down, neutral, go full left, neutral, and full right, and neutral, and then the rudder. It will look a little bit funny doing that while driving, I guess. But there we are. So this is a slightly different engine type, I believe, than the aircraft that we flew yesterday. The one that we flew yesterday, I'm sorry, I don't know which one it was, but that was just taxiing on its own, basically on idle thrust. That's the cabin reporting ready. Go ahead.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Okay, thank you. No, we don't need the mic here, and we'll just close that as well. So that's what you get for doing everything on your own in a simulator. Everything happening at once. Oops, I didn't want to go here. Actually, I just wanted to be right here. I think we're like 45 knots. Rather much. Let's just make a new, oh no, there you go, 35 I believe it was. So now if I press Alt 4, just zoom in a little bit closer on the screen. So my apologies, this is not a little bit of a sloppy taxi job, but it's getting us from A to B, I guess. Cabin crew, please take your seats for departure. Alright, it's going to be our runway. Let's turn on the taxi lights or the landing lights. And this stuff I hate in simulators, really. Like, you don't see it and you have to push this really small little thing. Strobe nav. Let's parking brake for a second, so we're going for a left turn in a bit, okay? So we'll then turn on the TCAS and turn off the packs for departure. Does it sound like they're turned off? Maybe a little bit. Okay, so everything looking good if you ask me. Do the takeoff config check. Auto brake to max, signs are on, cabins ready, spoilers around, flaps to takeoff position, takeoff config normal. So we should be good to go. So let's start the timer. Release the parking brake. And we'll set flex MCT. Flex MCT set. So that's our plane with the beautiful old school Lingus livery. Alright, so let's stay focused on the runway. As you can see, it's going bad really quickly otherwise. We do want to stay in the middle preferably. V-speed coming up. Low sides. Positive right, gear up. And we have our flight directors now. So 1500 feet, so we we go to, we drop the nose a little bit and we go to climb. Press climb. Then we'll take our left turn. Drop the nose a little bit. Alright, so we're on our way to Dublin. Let's turn off the landing lights. Or not the landing lights, the nose steering lights and the taxi lights. I keep messing up sometimes these nights. I must say she hand flies quite nicely. And it's, oh, the backs are off. Yeah, thank you. Let's do turn them on immediately. And we're passing the transition altitude. So we go to standard pressure on both sides. And now we take a right turn to get on the track to DENUT. And go on nose upwards a little bit more, I think, looking at this. No, actually, I'm looking at it the wrong way. Leaving behind us the city of Brussels. Starting to look new and magical with all the lights. Look at that. Alright, let's just get back into character here. So now I'm not totally sure when we can retract our flaps. I believe those two little bars there, I think that means that we should be above them before we can retract flaps. And that is about now. So flaps retracted. We're 8,200 feet now. The aircraft is now starting to accelerate. The autopilot is not yet on, but we do have the flight director for 1 FT2. Thrust levers are to climb. We're in climb mode. And we're going for 250 knots, 9,000 feet. Let's go mind our course a little bit. So I think by now, probably good idea to just turn on the autopilot. So AP1 is on. So we got AP1, 1 FT2 auto thrust. We're passing 10,000 feet. Nose is about to drop. Look at that. We'll turn off the landing lights. And we can turn on the dome lights now if we want. And let's also release passengers. Seatbelt signs can go off. Alright, pretty cool. So let's increase our range. The top of climb is in about 130 nautical miles or so. Looking at it like this. We're now 6 minutes into the flight. CFD, let's put that a little bit dark. the right side. So while we're taking off, I'll be stepping off for just a little bit. I'll be right back. Right, so that's it. Got back to the flight deck. See if everything's still flying. So there's the sea. Beautiful colors though. I'm thinking that might be our top of descent actually. Our top of climb is probably a lot sooner. But I'm not 100% sure. have a Lingus livery. We have Lingus Irish International. So what, Air Lingus is that Irish for Airline or something? So 28,000 feet. That will be our top of climb there. Little blue arrow. Like this for KOPUL. We should be able to see it on our flight plan as well, I believe. Top of climb, we have TC. And then there is KOPUL. At the top of descent will be after TEWXI. So we could have a look now and see what we can expect for the arrival, so that we can get set up correctly for our approach. So let's go to the entire flight plan, entire route. It will be this. So we have at some point our last waypoint listed ABLIN. Then we just get it straight to the runway, and that's obviously not going to work out perfectly. No, let's first have a look here of the flight plan. So top of descent, LANON, and then back the ABLIN, and then limit decel, and then flight plan discontinuity, and then sub off the start of our final approach basically. So sub off EBBR. Let's go look at the approach chart. We should find these two waypoints, sub off at EBBR. So we have those for runway 10 left, to this direction. So east up, we could for instance enter a couple of waypoints here just so we get maybe at least like the initial approach fix there east up. And then we'll take a left turn to Subov and then another left turn to EBBR. We'll do something like that. So the east up was that in there. Check now what was the name. ABLIN. So after ABLIN, India Foxtrot Bravo Alpha Papa. East up, and we put that before Subov. We can just insert. And then now if we look at our plan view, we'll see that it'll fly 2 east up, and I'm thinking maybe we should actually add a couple of waypoints as well. So before east up, so maybe let's see how shall we do this. Let's try bottom. Let's put that on east up. Where will it put it? Can't really tell. Let's see, right? Back up. Okay, I'm pressing you quick. What the hell, man? The east up. Can we put it on there? Does it allow? I'm done with this. So there we have it. We'll fly over the airport. Everybody's fucking happy. East up. I want to have that up in there as well, man. And I can't stand it. I'm not really sure now where to put it. So east up and decel. So once we click east up and next waypoint. So okay, I think that's what we're going to be doing. But then instead of EBBR being the next waypoint, we'll go up a little bit to ABLIN, and there, with the next waypoint, let's try putting in Batov. I'm not sure how to interpret this, so it is flying to Batov, then all of a sudden once, like, how does this work? Because it's ABLIN Batov, let's just insert, let's just trust that it will happen, and it looked really funny. ABLIN, and then there you go, nothing, and then all of a sudden there's Batov. That's definitely looking very unfortunate. I'm going to kill this right now and never look at it again. I must say, I'm beginning to prefer the Boeing MCDU or the CDU. But obviously it's just a matter of what you're used to, you know. So LANON, battery, ABLIN, and then there's flight plan discontinuity. And then just remove our other waypoint then. What, we don't have an approach anymore, or what is it? It looks like it, right? So now it just says fixed info, what? So that now we can no longer choose our approach? Is that what's going on here? So we don't have a destination anymore? I don't get it, man. So do we click this one instead, and maybe if you want departure? So now we're going to be departing from fucking hell, man. Fuck is up with this destination? Usually you click destination and then you can click your arrival. So why is it not showing the arrival? Up with this shit, man. Well, that's pretty final. If it doesn't show, you know, doesn't allow you to, first it takes out the arrival or the approach. And now it just shows you, oh, but I have fixed info, because I know you don't want to do anything. I know you want to sit there looking like an idiot. So that's what we'll do. We'll turn off the engines. We'll turn off the autopilot. battery 2. I'm afraid we do have backup power somewhere, because we're still looking at stuff. So, how do we kill ourselves? Anyone has any good idea? Let me know. We do still have flight controls. It looks like there might be some sort of backup generator. Surely there must be a way to literally turn off everything. I think so. Let's see. Fenix. Panel states cold and dark. Activate. So we do still have things, even though we're cold and dark. I don't buy that. Well, I guess this is it. So do our speed brakes work for him? Doesn't look like they work. So this will be obviously a little terrible. I'd be interested to see if the gear would work. I believe they do have a this is one is simulated, yes, simulated. Front. But I guess you have to turn it or something. Oh, there you go. Cool. Right, so we're turning. So this should get our gear down. Oh, it's pretty sweet. no airport in sight. It looks like it might be there's a runway. Well, that's ours. Let's go get that. So what's our backup speed tank? 210. We'll never make that. Let's dive a little bit, get some more speed, and hopefully we can trade that off in a little while for a little bit more distance. Let's see what's our speed doing. It is accelerating. This will not be very good for our landing gear. Looks like this might give us at least a chance. Speed 245 or so. So in that sense, I guess we're quite okay. Let's just see if we can line up. Go nose down a little bit more aggressive now. And we might actually have to bleed off some of our excess energy here. We do not have flaps, at least I don't think we do. We shouldn't have any hydraulics, so that's going to be a problem. What's the speed doing? We're quite fast. So let's do a little bit of an S-turn. And then just pull the stick. Turn left. fully stick. It's a bit of a space shuttle style. And we lost quite a bit of speed there. Let's do this one more time, and hopefully this will get us to anything sort of a decent of approach speed. And I guess we'll have to do and work with this space, this speed. So 220 now. So I actually made it worse. Down. Trying to use the brakes. Let's not hit those trees. There we go. Sort of made it, I guess. So thank you very much everybody for checking. Hopefully this was extremely inspirational for you. I'm available for motivational speaking and children's parties. And yeah, on behalf of Lingus and the entire crew, thank you for crashing with us. And we hope to see you sometime soon. Bye bye.